Hello, my classy people. My name is Wayne Bolden. I'm the speaking of course. It's Tuesday. I feel real good today, as always. And for sure, please turn your closed captions on. Tip sheets. You know they're always available. All states will have 10 or 12 stakes throughout the country on one tip sheet. 15 bucks, best value. Don't know what's going on? Email me, speaking24@yahoo.com. 15 bucks, you can't beat it. Our ROI is pretty nice. Well, I'm taking a look at literally one of my favorite tracks in America, right? I am a Kentucky dude for sure. I love Ellis Park. I've made a lot of money over the years at Ellis Park with the Pick Six because traditionally the Pick Six was $2. Ellis Park was the only place that offered $4, so I went over there. But anyway, the 7th race at Ellis Park on Saturday, it is the Mid Ladies Turf Sprint. Did they just tell me the girls are in town? 200,000, a field of 10, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, going 5 furlongs and sprinting, and I have a big opinion. The number one, that's right, Bay Storm. Well, listen to this here gal. Bay Storm is a 5-year-old with 4 wins from 15 starts, 6 seconds. Simmer down. I see the 6 seconds. That means almost a bridesmaid. Well, yeah. But this one has 3/3 as well. So this horse is 13 in the money from 15 starts. Hard hitter. She always show up on the board. I think, personally, she's getting a class relief in here. Speed figures are off the chain. Her pace numbers are off the chain. She's hooking some very, very nice horses, but not the competition she's been hooking. Bay Storm, again, 4 from 15. 6 seconds, 3/3, 13 and 15 in the money. You can't knock that. Jonathan Thomas, I like him. Clicking at 19%. He hooked up with Flo. Together, they're 67%. Flo G and Mr. Thomas is 67%. Well, this one is bred beautifully, of course. And the last time she ran was June 9th, about 57 days ago at Belmont in the Intercontinental Stakes, right? 6 furlongs for 200,000. She was beat by that old Poppy Flower. I had Poppy that day. And the old Bubble Rock ran second with Amy C third. She ran a beautifully even race, ran a beautiful speed figure, okay? 2 races back at Churchill on May 5th, which was Derby weekend. She was in the Unbridled Sydney Stakes race. She ran second that day behind that monster Caravel, which I believe is a Wesley Ward runner. Now, again, these are grade 3 races. This horse has been competing with some very, very hard-hitting horses. Now, I think that she's going to get a beautiful trip. She should sit about 4th or 5th. There's a bunch of speed in here. The 2, 5, 10 look like they're going to go. It's a short race, 5.5. So I do need Flo to work out a race with this one. But I just think that this is a big class relief for Bay Storm, the number one. So I'm willing to make Bay Storm our top pick in here for sure. But she's better be running because the horse right to her right, the number 2 horse, Sherry Duval, my girl Sherry, right? Sherry Duval, Love and Money. I mean, that's a great name. Love and Money, the number 2 horse, maybe the horse to beat in here, y'all, and will be on all of my ticket. The number 2 horse, Love and Money, has 4 wins from 10 starts in 2 seconds. They paid only $40,000 for this horse, but this horse is by More Than Ready and Smart Strike on the back end. And like I said, Sherry Duval is doing the conditioning. She's 16%. She went and got Ramos, and together Ramos is 19%, and together him and Sherry is 50%. This horse exits the Indiana race on July 7th, some 29 days ago. Ran a beautiful race, got up by a head in the Clarksville Handicap. Back in 4 weeks, that's fine by me. You know I like rest in between 4 to 6 weeks. So the 2 horse fit the billing. And Sherry Duval, I'm telling you, she's a nice trainer, and she's going to break on the scene nationally in the next few years for sure. She was an assistant to Chad Brown. This young lady knows how to train and take care of horses. You don't ever hear any nonsense. I think she runs a top outfit. So the number 2, Love and Money, we all like that, right? We think this one is going to be awfully, awfully hard to handle here for sure. And our third pick, well, you're going to have to look at Quanner's Comet, the outside horse. That's right, the number 10 horse. Don't like the pose, but I love the workouts on this horse. I love the record. 4 wins from 9 starts on the number 10 horse, 2 seconds and 1/3. This horse is by one of my favorite horses or sires, Shackelford on the back end by Elusive Quality. The bloodline is superior on Quara Comet, the number 10 horse, okay? This is our 3rd pick. Lobo is doing the training. He's 22%. He hooked up with my boy, Joe Talamo. Everybody knows I love that young kid. He's not so young anymore, but he ain't old either because he started riding at 16. Joe Talamo is on the 10 horse for sure. And my top 3 picks, I cannot leave off of my pick 3s for sure. Not in here. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 10 on all of my horizontal plays for sure. I like those 3 horses a bunch. The number 10 horse should be out front a little bit, should be sitting in the golden seat, and of course my boy JT, Joe Talamo, is in the odds. I like the number 10. I like all of our top 3 picks. I'm going to be playing horizontally, of course, here. Pick 3s, pick 4s, like that. And if we had to round out our 4th place horse, I tell you right now, I guess it would have to be the number, I don't know, it's hard. Brad Cox got one going in here. Let's just make the number 3 our 4th pick. Going Good. Going Good is a very, very nice 5-year-old mare. 5 wins from 18 starts, 4 seconds, 4/3 for a cool 392,000. Biker grad, broken valve on the back end. Cox and his big head horses, his band of horses. And he's got that boy, Christian Torres, who's a flat-out rider, y'all. He's clicking at 20%. This looks like the first time him and Brad Cox hooked up. So the number 3 horse to me should break fairly in a good spot, just like the number 1 horse, 4th and 5th, and have a good run at these into the first turn. My only knock on this horse is that she's coming off of Lasix, but she had run off of Lasix in the Intercontinental back there against Poppy Flower and Bubble Rock. So I'm not overly concerned. I'm going to leave it in the hands of the trainer who will be pushing the buttons. That's Mr. Brad Cox. He knows what he's doing, that's for sure. Right? So there it is, 7th race at beautiful Ellis Park. Probably about 4 o'clock on Saturday, y'all. Get over there. It's the Mint Lady Turf for sure. They're sprinting 5 in the panels, right? It's 10 of them. My top pick is the old Bay Storm. If Bay Storm don't get it done against this group, I don't know what horses she gonna beat. I think she's getting a class relief. So for us, it's 1, 2, 10, 3 in that order. We'll box it up for sure if we play vertically, and then we'll key the 1 horse over the 2, 10, 3 like that. But I'm going to use all 3 of my top picks because I like them equally, and all of my horizontals, my doubles, my pick 3s, and my pick 4s. So for us, our top 3, 1, 2, 10, just like that. And we round it out with Brad Cox with the number 3 horse for sure. Stay classy, y'all, in everything you do. Again, it's Ellis Park over there in Henderson, Kentucky. One of my favorite race places for sure. Saturday, about 4 o'clock, race number 7. Stay classy, y'all. And remember to email me. Get your tip sheet, speedking24@yahoo.com.